I'm Steve Wilkerson, and I'm with Jim Saunders, Executive Editor of the News Service of Florida. Jim, Jeb Bush is rebooting his campaign for president. He's got a new slogan, Jeb can fix it. He's in Florida several times recently and this week. And a few months ago, he seemed to be a shoo-in to win not only Florida in terms of the Florida primary, but the national nomination for the Republicans and maybe the national election. But things have not been going that smoothly lately. What's happening?
Well, he seems to be trying to tie his experience as Florida governor to his presidential campaign and trying to show people that he was a successful Florida governor and he could be a successful president. But at this point, it doesn't seem like people are really paying much attention to that message or buying it. Maybe because they don't know what went on in Florida when he was the governor or care. But he's having a hard time getting that message through. And that was a big part of, he was in Florida this week too. He was in Tampa and the Orlando area and Jacksonville, trying to drive home that point and trying to remind people about why he was a leading presidential candidate when this campaign started, and why he was raising a ton of money and still is, and why they should trust him with the presidency. But he's having a hard time making anything stick at this point.
You covered him, right? I was here when he was here. He was, by all accounts, a very dynamic individual, person to person, with groups and so forth. I'm not trying to build him up, but people knew him to be a decision maker and pretty forceful. He hasn't been coming across that way, I don't think, in his campaign.
It is, some of us old-timer reporters around here have been talking about this because we covered, I got to Tallahassee in January of 1998, which was during the middle of his first successful campaign for governor. So I was here throughout both of his campaigns as well as his 8 years in office. And the national image of Jeb this year is so much in contrast to what we saw for those 8 years. It's hard to get our arms around, if you will. I mean, when he went into campaign events, particularly during his first campaign, there was this cliche out there all the time about
it. In Florida?
In Florida, and back in '98. There was this cliche that he was treated like a rock star. But the cliche was, there was truth to it. I mean, the Republicans in Florida loved him. They would go bonkers when he walked in the room. And the other thing about, his, as governor, whether you liked his policies or didn't like his policies, he was full bore all the time. You know, it's sort of humorous to listen to Donald Trump talking about, Jeb being asleep at the podium and these sorts of things. Because for 8 years, I mean, he was going 100 miles an hour, and there's a lot of people in Tallahassee who got run over by him, both Republicans, Democrats. Ask somebody from the teachers union or the trial bar, he was full bore. So it's been really sort of puzzling to watch this campaign and how he's viewed on the national level versus what appeared to be the case when he was governor and also candidate down here.